Tamba Dambuya's life was turned upside down when his wife, Aisha Dambuya, miraculously resurfaced 8 years after he thought he had killed and buried her. The events that unfolded revealed a complex web of crime, survival, and justice. Aisha's resurrection began with her crawling out of the grave, a feat made possible by her determination to survive. Severely injured and suffering from amnesia, she wandered aimlessly through the dense jungle, driven by a primal urge to escape the darkness that had consumed her. The days blended together in a haze of pain and confusion as she navigated the unforgiving terrain. As she stumbled upon a small village, Aisha was met with kindness and compassion by the villagers. They took her in, providing her with food, shelter, and medical care. The villagers, who had recently celebrated the birth of a new baby boy named Eliezer in one of the local families, showed Aisha the same kindness they would offer to one of their own. Slowly but surely, Aisha began to regain her strength, and with it, fragments of her memories started to resurface. With the help of local authorities and support groups, she slowly pieced together the events of her past. The memories came in flashes, like snapshots in her mind. She remembered the argument with Tamba, the feeling of fear and desperation as he attacked her, and the sensation of dirt filling her lungs as she was buried alive. The memories were fragmented and disjointed, but they were enough to spark a determination in Aisha to seek justice. As Aisha regained her memories, she became resolute in her pursuit of justice. She reported Tamba's crime to the authorities, providing them with crucial evidence that would seal his fate. The police launched an investigation, gathering evidence from the crime scene and interviewing witnesses. Tamba was subsequently arrested and charged with attempted murder. The investigation was led by a determined detective who had a reputation for solving complex cases. The detective worked tirelessly to gather evidence, from DNA samples to witness testimony, building a strong case against Tamba. As the evidence mounted, Tamba's guilt became increasingly apparent. As the case progressed through the courts, Aisha became a key witness, recounting the events of that fateful day and the years she spent in hiding, trying to rebuild her life. The prosecution built a strong case against Tamba, and he was eventually convicted of attempted murder. The judge handed down a lengthy prison sentence, taking into account the severity of the crime and the impact it had on Aisha's life. The trial's outcome brought a sense of closure to Aisha, who had endured unimaginable trauma. She began the long process of rebuilding her life, supported by her community and organizations that helped survivors of domestic violence. With the help of counseling and therapy, Aisha slowly began to heal, finding solace in her newfound strength and resilience. Tamba, on the other hand, faced the consequences of his actions, serving a lengthy prison sentence. As he sat in his cell, he was forced to confront the reality of his crime and the harm he had caused. The weight of his guilt bore down on him, and he was left to ponder the choices he had made and the devastating impact they had on Aisha's life. In the years that followed, Aisha became an advocate for survivors of domestic violence, using her experience to help others who had endured similar trauma. She worked with organizations that provided support and resources to survivors, helping them to rebuild their lives and find justice. Aisha's story served as a testament to the power of resilience and the human spirit's capacity for survival. As Aisha looked to the future, she knew that she would always carry the scars of her past with her. But she also knew that she had the strength and determination to overcome them. With a newfound sense of purpose, Aisha continued to advocate for survivors of domestic violence, using her voice to raise awareness and promote change. Her story would serve as a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope for a brighter future. The community rallied around Aisha, supporting her in her journey towards healing and advocacy. Many were inspired by her courage and resilience, and her story became a beacon of hope for those who had suffered in silence. Aisha's experience had taught her the importance of community and support, and she was determined to pay it forward, helping others to find the strength and courage to speak out against domestic violence. In the end, Aisha's story was one of survival, resilience, and hope. It served as a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable trauma, the human spirit can endure and thrive. Her advocacy work would continue to inspire and empower others, leaving a lasting impact on her community and beyond.